Soccer situation.
Celebrating the silly side of the game, which is really what I want this podcast to be all about, you know?
Exactly. Silliness.
Yeah. With that, folks, let's get into episode 73. This episode, Todd booed some small children in public as Arsenal put a quick stop to this Man City resurgence. Red hot pod favorites Bournemouth meet immovable object Liverpool, invincible Liverpool. And I've been jealous of all the Kappa. I think inspired most recently by this latest Fiorentina release.
Ooh, yeah.
So I want to take a look and find the right English club for Kappa to come back to the Prem and just have a style bomb in the Prem.
Like that. Yeah, I like that.
And, of course, we're going to look around the league a little bit, folks. Don't worry. We'll look at Manchester United. We'll talk Tottenham a little bit, maybe just a little bit, a quick mensch. And, yeah, that's about it for this episode, Alex.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Not bad, right?
Not bad.
I know you're in a good mood. But before we get on to that, folks, follow us on Instagram /threads at Soccer Situations Podcast. TikTok, just at Soccer Situations, and maybe most importantly, the YouTubes, at Soccer Situations. If you're already on the YouTubes, you're seeing cute graphics of all of these links that you can very easily follow. Good. Don't forget to go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, like, review, subscribe, do all the things that we have to tell you every week to do. Yeah, and that's that. That's the boring stuff.
Do it for us, y'all.
Right? Oh, don't. Yeah, also, this pod is brought to you by Littlefoot Coffee.
Littlefoot Coffee. Come in, get a drink.
Yeah.
Get some love potion.
If you're Grand Rapids based, definitely do that. If you're not, go to littlefootcoffee.com and get some delicious, what did you say, love potion is your Valentine's
love
blend?
Potion. Yeah, yeah.
What's in that?
Get some delicious beans, a nice natural Brazil and a natural Papua New Guinea that is actually absolute. It's juicy, delicious. It's one of my favorite coffees right now. It's great.
Yeah, I remember you saying that now. The New Guinea caught my ear last time because it wasn't always a region I thought of as coffee region I liked a lot, but it's really come a long way, sort of like Peru did over the years, right? And even like Rwanda did over the years.
Yeah, I think Vikram and like Benchmark, those guys, well, Curtis works for Benchmark now too.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, they're killing it. Like coffee quality is so good. And even like it still has some of those like the characteristics of Papua New Guinea, like the washed one, our washed peaberry does. You get a little bit of that like sweet vegetal stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of people like. Yeah, but their coffees are just so clean, and this natural is brand new, like a new varietal from them. I think in a new, I think it might be from a new farm as well.
Oh, cool!
But it's so good. It's amazing.
It's
awesome.
Like
super rich and chocolatey, but also like fresh pomegranate juice.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's delicious.
That sounds really good, Alex.
Yeah. I guess I need some coffee out there. You probably got plenty of coffee though now that you work.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Of course, I would, always welcome it. But yeah, also you're a small business that doesn't need to be
sending free
making
coffee
those
out
kind
to
of
everyone.
Expenditures when I have a supply again.
Especially when coffee's this expensive.
Exactly. No, I was lecturing a barista at work today about that. Not lecturing, but explaining, the state of coffee purchasing right now. It's tough out there, huh?
Yeah, the coffee market's a nightmare right now, y'all. If you guys...
I was going to send you just a coffee I was so stoked on, dude, and I think you will be too.
Go get them, yeah?
Yeah, it is a Honduras called Carmen Erazo.
Ooh, I love that packaging, too. That's slick as hell.
It's just like, it's pretty simple.
Very simple, clean.
But anyway, there's nothing really notable to say about this coffee. You know how just like when a perfect Central American
Honduran deliciousness.
And it's just like perfectly balanced and simple and awesome. That's I was like, oh, this is like a bullseye Latin coffee right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just explaining to somebody the other day. They were asking me like what my favorite coffees were, and I told them how I've transitioned from Ethiopia, Kenya to give me something Central South American, smooth as butter, nice and sweet, easy drinking.
Right? It's just such good coffees. Although actually at Go Get 'em Tiger, it is Ethiopia week, not to plug a rival to Littlefoot, but we're doing all Ethiopias this week.
That's awesome.
But it's cool. We're actually focusing. Most of them are washed. I think we only have one natural out of like 5. And yeah, they're great Ethiopias. Clean, not beating you over the head with fruit bombs. They're
love
nice.
that.
They're really nice. Yeah.
We actually just cupped a couple of Ethiopias. I might buy one. It was a natural, but it did not taste like a natural. It was like a Guji that was just like super juicy and floral.
Cool.
And I feel like the natural, I almost didn't think it was a natural without them saying like this is natural processed. I would have not thought it was a natural at all. Super clean and crisp.
Awesome.
Might have to get some of that.
I like a refined natural.
Me too. They can be done well.
Oh, for sure, dude. That's cool. All right. Enough of that. This isn't
Coffee
a coffee
corner.
podcast. That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, did I
this
tell
will
you?
always be at least some percentage of coffee podcast with the two of us hosting it, right?
Yeah, I think it's inevitable.
Yeah.
I don't think I told you that Rosie and I were saying we want to start a coffee podcast. Maybe there's already this name out there, but call it Coffee Breath, and it's just us talking shit about the industry.
That's honestly super funny. And if you guys want help launching that, let me know.
Yeah, I think we're actually we might do it. We're talking about it because we're also talking about maybe doing like a consulting brand as well.
Okay.
The two of us.
I love that. Yeah.
So like a no nonsense consultant brand that we could promote through our own shit talking podcast.
Incredible. I think it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Coffee Breath is funny too.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's a funny name. That was Rosie's idea.
Yeah. I could see that. Rosie's funny.
yeah. Rosie's the most low key funny person.
Yeah.
No one expects it, but she's hilarious.
No, dude. Sly sneaks it in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Alex,
Okay,
we can get to football.
You've been so patient, Alex. Let's talk
it's
Arsenal
celebration day.
5, Manchester City 1. A big result of the day. I was at work, but my phone just kept vibrating in my pocket. I was like, I must be going well for Alex.
Well, I did the classic move of let the programming run on USA, and then it switches over to Peacock.
Okay.
And forgot. So I turned it on literally as Arsenal were scoring their first goal.
The Odegaard goal?
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is nice. Oh,
yeah, what a start.
Take the pressure off
mad
immediately.
for a brief second because you realize you've been missing the game, so you're furious for a second, and then you instantly get that satisfaction.
Yeah, immediately, though, especially against City, like the sweet relief of getting that first goal out of the way.
Oh, dude.
It's like, I don't even care if I missed it. I'm so happy.
Yeah, that was our MO against them in the Klopp years too. In like just blitzing super early, getting that lead early, it's the best.
It's important.
It's
against
essential.
them.
Yeah,
you don't want them to take control and just pass the game away.
Yeah, and that was a satisfying goal too because you pressed their shaky defense. So you're like, we got in their heads with that one too. They're shook.
Oh, they were too because Kai should have had a second right after that.
Oh, really?
I mean, it wasn't right after that, but like 20 minutes in, another bad pass out from the back. Declan Rice intercepted it, and Kai was clean through on goal and just pulled it wide.
Annoyingly, folks, full highlights, extended highlights were not available before we recorded. I was trying to postpone the recording until I could see them. Every other game is up, but that one. So I watched the goals individually on Reddit, but I haven't seen full highlights, so I missed that.
Yeah, poor Kai. Everyone was getting upset, but it's like he also set up the first goal, so
nice.
I think he could have done the same exact move with the second goal and laid it to Odegaard for an open net again, but can't blame him for wanting to shoot.
Nah, take it. You want your striker to take one for themselves.
Yeah. And then it was pretty cagey after that. Our City, they still had a lot of the ball, but they're just not the same threat at all.
Yeah,
Marmouche looked pretty good. He had a one shot early that was pretty decent, a little scary for a moment.
Okay.
But honestly, Thomas Partey, dude, I think there's going to be a lot of talk about the young kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I think give a shout out to the most likely outgoing Thomas Partey leaving the team at the end of the season.
Yeah.
With an unbelievable performance today. Absolutely bossed the midfield.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Again, I didn't get to see much of it, but I saw his goal, which was pretty cool.
His goal was good. Yeah, it's funny
Yeah.
because they were talking about Lee Dixon was saying in the crowd that the fans behind him were yelling for him not to shoot that.
Classic.
Also, I'm like, what are you talking about? That's his thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah,
always
no,
score
totally.
them, but he hits it well.
Actually, in the notes here, you'll see as I have them described as role-playing goals from Odegaard, Havertz, and Partey. What I really meant by that is those are the kind of goals I expect from each of those players, including the
absolutely.
Partey one. Yeah, I wasn't surprised to see that at all.
Yeah. I was excited when he hit it. I thought he had a chance immediately, and then lovely little deflection on it too.
Nice. I didn't even catch that because, again, just the limited Reddit intake.
Yeah. Ryan made a couple crucial saves in the first half as well.
Cool.
A couple real good saves. Haaland, of course, got his goal. He looked awfully smug when he got it.
Of course he did. That's a good time to note my other favorite thing I saw is Lewis Skelly trolling Haaland. He pulled the Haaland celebration.
He did the Haaland celebration. Well, did you see at the end of the last match? He literally Haaland was like, "Who the fuck are you?" when he came up to the scrum.
Exactly. So like, I love Lewis Skelly personally carrying like a little beef against Haaland when he is an absolute upstart. No one knew who Lewis Skelly was.
Yeah, he's an 18-year-old kid.
So I love this. Only a teenager can be that arrogant, you know.
And he's been a shit starter. I love this kid's attitude, man. He's not
Yeah.
afraid of anything. He literally got a yellow card before he ever even stepped on the pitch in the Premier League for
that was
getting into
him.
a scrum. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah. No,
then
you
he
gotta
goes
love
and-
that.
Yeah, gets in Haaland's face and then remembers it and scores a beautiful goal and then mocks Haaland's celebration.
It's giving big Jack Wilshere energy.
It is. He's got a bit of that Jack Wilshere energy, a little shithead that you
Right?
love. You
Yeah,
love to watch.
funny little pit bull, dude.
Yeah.
Kind of like James's dog, actually. Not a pit bull, but just a sassy little guy.
Sassy little ass.
You wouldn't want to fight.
I like that though. Those are my favorite.
Yeah. While we're on the kids, Ethan Wanyeri, am I saying that
Wanyeri,
right?
yeah.
I just noticed in the bit of highlights I saw, I really liked him at the far distant corner, arms up in the air, waving like this, calling for a switch of play, and it paid off.
Dude,
Someone saw the switch, and
Declan. It's actually pretty good because they're just kind of casually slow passing it on the side, and you see Declan. If you watch the replay, you'll see Declan look up and see him out of the corner of his eye.
No, I literally caught his eye.
He calls for the ball, and then he just pings it out perfectly to him.
Yep. And then
what a finish!
Yeah, beautiful finish. It was
Curling around the defender.
Really funny, notable goal. Yeah.
Yeah, very satisfying day for Arsenal fans.
I bet, dude.
Yeah, that's one we've really needed.
Yeah.
Not just to beat them, but to humble them.
Exactly. I was going to say capped off in the most incredible way. Maybe my favorite highlight of the day, the Emirates playing Kendrick Lamar's Humble at the full-time whistle. And the
Be
crowd
humble.
just singing it, dude. Just
Sit down.
I mean, that is legendary stuff, dude.
Yeah, they crushed it with that.
It was I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, that is epic. And
Yeah, the Emirates was a party after that.
dude, the Holland stay humble comment is becoming historic Premier League lore, like right before our eyes.
Yeah.
Stuff like this is making it, like, truly, we're going to be making humble jokes for years and years now.
Yeah, this is an iconic moment with the way their run went after it.
Yeah.
Now Arsenal thumping them 5-1.
They fell off a precipice. And yeah, now Arsenal coming in to like almost deliver the final blow, you know?
Yeah. I
And
was
the
trying to
season's not
snap
over,
a
but
couple
it feels
shots
that way.
of Pep's sad face because it was just so enjoyable to watch.
Again, I haven't seen highlights yet. I haven't seen any Pep sadness, which I'm so here for. You know, it's,
Yeah, you can enjoy it after the pod.
just hook it to my veins. It's great stuff. Yeah. I was also laughing at this Bournemouth Liverpool result for different reasons this week, actually, because again, pod favored Bournemouth at home. They deserved a win here, folks. I've been mostly laughing at the post-match coverage, which has been just effusively praising Liverpool.
Yeah.
They've done what the rest of the top five can't do. This Liverpool team is just too unstoppable. I'm like, dude, Bournemouth were dominating us in that first half. They put like two incredible chances off the frame of the net. That Kluivert
Kluivert missed an open goal.
a wide open goal with so much time to take it down and just tap it in, and everything went our way. Our first goal was a penalty that was just unlucky. It wasn't dumb play, or it was just one of those penalties you can't avoid. They just happen every now and then.
Yeah, right.
And Antoine Semenyo, shout out. After that Kluivert miss, I decided Kluivert's out. Semenyo is my
Semenyo
friend
in.
now. Well, I was thinking,
nice.
especially in terms of Arsenal hunting, you said you want someone on the left-hand side in particular.
Yeah,
Dude,
Semenyo's one I don't know why we're not being linked with heavily.
He was straight up unplayable at times in that Liverpool game. He was just cutting through our defense and putting shots on net for fun. Allison had huge saves against him that match.
Yeah, he looked really good in that game.
He was
obviously,
incredible.
Some few players have gotten hat tricks recently and kind of taken the headlines, but Semenyo is just he's a deadly player.
Yeah. And honestly, aside from individual highlights, I got to say, for most of that match, I genuinely just felt like I was watching two super evenly matched teams, honestly.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like David versus Goliath, It felt like Liverpool up against another giant in Europe.
Yeah, it could have been any one of the other top 4 teams you were playing.
Yeah. No, like Bournemouth is no joke, man. It's not. I just don't know how more to emphasize. They're the real deal.
They are the real deal.
This felt like such an escape act, getting 3 points there.
Honestly, this one hurt me as an Arsenal fan because if there was places we needed you to drop points, Bournemouth was one that we could have hoped for. Them getting something out of this, but
yeah. When they say
meant to
you need
be.
lucky bounces for the Premier League title to go your way every now and then, this was one of those matches where I'm like, whew, boy.
Yeah, this
that
one's
was
got to make you feel
lucky.
like that maybe this is your year, right?
Yeah, no, it really did. I was like, if we're picking up 3 points after that performance, damn, like things are going our way right now.
Yeah.
Also, just a quick note on the Salah goals. Obviously, tidy penalty for the first one. Classic Salah curler to the far post for the second, which I only wanted to note. I would usually never recommend anyone go to the Liverpool subreddit, just because. But there's an awesome fan angle recording of that.
Oh, I love that.
A fan in the very front row at the perfect angle. Like he's like at a 45-degree angle of the post, of the far post. So you see the ball come outside and then tuck back in.
Those are the best. That's very
And
satisfying.
and it's a Bournemouth fan, and as the ball is crossed to Salah, the guy literally goes, "Oh no, he's gonna do that finesse thing," and then he does. It's really
That finesse thing.
Yeah, it's a super funny clip and a beautiful angle of the goal.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, worth checking out. It's on the Liverpool
I hope he
subreddit.
can look back on that and laugh at that one day.
Yeah, if
as a
I was the
fan.
guy recording it, I would. Because it's pretty funny how calmly and sadly he says it.
He just accepts the fate.
Yeah. Bournemouth were unlucky, and I have to say, so were Manchester United this week.
I didn't
Losing.
see the game at all. I just saw the results. So
I did find extended highlights of that one. That also happened while I was at work. But Manchester United lost at home once again to Crystal Palace, 2-0 Palace. Oh, Mason, are you mad I'm talking in here, buddy? Mason's howling out there.
I could hear him in the background.
Speaking in the background, Mr. Twigs, I see making
You
a
see him back
cameo
there?
there. Yeah.
In the shot. I don't know.
I love it. Animals on both ends. But
Yeah, he almost was just about to cause chaos behind the camera. He was getting me a little nervous. He's obsessed with being on my desk, and he does not care what he steps on.
That's really funny. Love it, Mr. Twigs. Keep it up. Just don't stop the camera.
Yeah, please.
But United looked a lot like Bournemouth in the first half, taking tons of chances. I think they put one or two off the frame. Also, probably should have had a couple. But they didn't make it happen.
Big man Mateta punished him.
Yeah, so basically, Amorim is a fraud, right? Is the question we're asking at this point.
I mean, he's had a rough run, right?
Dude, well, first of all, 5 defeats in the last 6 for United. That's not great for him.
Ooh.
I'm almost like, how are they still in 13th?
Honestly, yeah. How is that?
Like,
I mean, that just shows the form below him must be terrible. But
honestly, it does seem like they should be sinking. 5 defeats and 6 is unbelievable.
that's a terrible run of form.
Yeah. Obviously, escape clause he has right now is that he has his signature formation, 3 at the back, and they didn't have the personnel, so he needs to build his squad before we're going to see his team. But dude, you got to stabilize this team at some point before you move on to that, right?
Yeah, it's like you're going to be building that squad in the championship if you don't be careful.
It's like Tarkov. You got to stop the bleeding before you put the bandage on or something like that,
if you just heal,
right?
then you're just going to keep bleeding out through the bandage.
Exactly.
Gotta stop the heavy bleed first.
And also, United fans need to ask the question, or maybe manage expectations. Like, is he gonna get a dramatic rebuild? Everything else coming out of the club is about cost cutting.
Yeah, is there a lot of money to be able to spend?
They just made that statement that they are going to be in breach of profit and sustainability regulations, so they have to raise ticket prices. And if they're doing that, does that mean they're going to have a big summer of spending? They're not going to be in Europe this summer.
They're going to have to sell
or next year.
Buy, and they don't really have assets to sell.
No,
maybe a couple of players, but nothing that's going to help you rebuild a squad.
Well, no, I don't know who they're going to sell. The thing is, all of their players are on such high salaries that they can only do these loans. Like Anthony out is on loan. Rashford's going out on loan to Aston Villa. Yeah, that's a good mention. Actually, I didn't have that in the running order, but that is notable.
That was it. Yeah, I was happy to see him take that move. Because I was curious what was going on. He's too good of a player, I feel like, to just flounder and disappear.
Dude, he's such a talented kid. It'll really be curious to see if it was just another example of United holding a player down, you know?
Yeah, see what I can get out of him.
Yeah.
He's got a chance now. John Duran leaving. He's got a chance to have a big impact on Villa's season.
Quick note on Duran. It's even worse than I thought. Did you know he just turned 21 years old? That's how young he is. I didn't know he was that young.
Really sad.
Can't believe he's off to Saudi already.
That's really, really poor. Whoever his representatives are should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, get that money in that contract, dude, because your career is kind of done after. You're not going to come back in 5 years and be a relevant player.
No, not at a big club. You're going to have to restart from the bottom again and try and work your way back to getting a move somewhere.
Right.
This was your chance for a move to a big club if you wanted to play for one of Europe's big teams.
Yeah.
Sorry, Villa. I know Villa's probably who's won European Cups.
Exactly, and are in the Champions League right now in the 8, so they're into the last 16 already. They're a European team again. But
I'm just it just bums me out. I hate this Saudi league nonsense.
Yeah, it's nonsense, dude.
It's like it's such a waste of his career if he goes and stays there for any extended period.
Yeah, dude, a 21-year-old Sadio Mane going there at 31 or whatever is
That's
one
fine.
thing, and that bummed me out. Firmino being there bummed me out, but for up and coming hot striker at a really big club like Villa to leave is so short-sighted. All right,
Twigsy,
probably enough of that. Mr. Twigs causing trouble. Hey, Mr. Twigs. You're such a good boy, Twigs. I know you can't hear me,
step
but
all over my laptop. So
man, he's being such a good boy.
Yeah.
Look at that good boy.
Come on. Get on the lap. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
There
Yes,
he is.
full-blown Mr. Twigs in the pod. I love it.
Yes. Hi,
What a
buddy.
good cat that is.
What's up, buddy?
That's a cat right there, dude.
What's up, buddy?
That's a solid-ass cat to go full Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes, I love Stone Cold and his cats. They're the best.
Yeah,
What's
dude,
up?
him being
Oh,
a
you mad?
rustic, loving cat man is the funniest thing on the internet.
Oh, you mad that I'm holding the microphone and not petting you?
Sorry, audio only, folks. We're just having the podcast on pause, basically, while I look at Mr. Twigs being majestic.
Twigs is just getting some pets, demanding some attention.
All right, Alex.
All right, back to it.
I want Kappa to have a high fashion brand in the Premier League. Okay?
Okay,
This
high
is
fashion.
inspired by Fiorentina of the scarf behind me. Just released a 4th shirt with Luisa Via Roma, the fashion brand. And it looks so good. And yeah, it's time that they get back into the Prem. They're doing all their fun exotic stuff in Serie A or off in the exotic lands like Greece, Athens,
Yeah.
Calathea.
They're showing what they can do.
Well, they
They're
are
flexing.
exactly. Well, that Athens club, like I just mentioned, literally built their club growth strategy around having high fashion kit.
Fashion kit sales.
And it's working for them. They're becoming a relevant club in Greece just by having dope kit. So I want to find an equivalent candidate in England. And sorry, I'm putting you on the spot here. I scanned around and made a few picks myself.
Yeah.
My first, I think this is probably an obvious one to anyone that's been listening to the pod, is current pod favorites Bournemouth.
Yes.
Now, they fit the profile because they're a club on the rise, but small enough that they're not going to, make huge financial demands of Kappa, I don't think.
You wouldn't think.
Red and black stripes, not my favorite color scheme, but Bournemouth has enough gold trim that I think they can work with. I think in the way they did with Venezia. Venezia really accented with the gold very well, with a primary like black kit. So I think I think that could work. And Bournemouth is just cool. Everyone likes them right now. Look at Twigs. Oh my God! Stop it. How am I supposed to podcast like
He's trying
this?
to bite me. I don't know if you watched the Matt and Shane not long ago when they were up in Philly still. Chris was playing with his cat and did the same thing to their pod. Shane just stopped talking completely. And he
just derailed the entire
He goes, I don't even
podcast.
want a podcast. I just want to watch Chris play with this cat all day.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the internet, there's a reason the internet is like 80% cat videos. It's the best.
Yeah, it's so entertaining.
Look at that guy. Okay, so Bournemouth is my first one. Second,
Good
and
pick.
I think this was inspired just by watching Palace today, the highlights. I love that yellow and blue Palace kit. It's crazy. And Palace just have super, super vibrant colors. And that
Palace could be fun.
That's honestly enough, just to see like what kind of insane, like I want like J-League style crazy Kappa kits, for Palace.
I love
Would
that.
be fun. For my third pick, I scanned down to the championship. I figure, again, like in Greece, start with a lower league team, invest in them to come up. And again, mostly for the brightness and vivacity, Norwich caught my eye, Norwich City.
I saw that. I love those yellow and green, that pop.
Yes.
That's a good shout.
It's rare. There's not a lot of clubs that have that color palette. It's a really poppin' yellow and a really poppin' green together. None of this forest green bullshit. It's fucking bright green. Yeah. Also in the championship, probably not a club on the rise. In fact, down near the relegation zone. But of course, Alex, there's always Portsmouth.
Portsmouth would be iconic. I mean, they're known for their kit, those historic kits they had.
Yeah.
That would be epic.
Super epic. I almost had them down on there instead of Norwich. I was like, I'll leave that one for Alex. He'll be excited about that.
That's a beautiful one.
I don't know if Portsmouth ever worked with Kappa. Who made their... Oki, the New Zealand company, made most of their iconic kits. That's another brand that needs to make a comeback.
Those kits were so sick. Was that their only real kind of big kit they did? Was those guys?
I want to say I saw that logo on a couple teams back in the day, but I don't remember, to be honest. I definitely associate them with Portsmouth.
And gold, right? With the collar. Yeah, those were classy kits.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing the brand right. It's OKI, and I think it's primarily a rugby brand.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
their kits were really good.
Super good, dude. Mr. Twigs, I just see a leg come up into the frame.
I know. It keeps biting me and scratching me.
Yeah, get him, Twigs. Don't you let him boss you around like that.
Being a little shit, Twigs.
Funny.
Let's see, who else would we see rocking one of those kits?
Right? I think the fucking lame stream media would be like, Wrexham.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, Wrexham would probably want too much money from Kappa already. Wrexham
At
wants
this point,
Nike money,
Yeah, they're going for the big contracts. I'm trying to think who else has other awesome kits out there that could be greatly improved by Kappa.
Yeah, when you go down through the leagues in England, so many clubs have the same color palette. There's 20 clubs that are red and white stripes.
There's 50 teams that wear claret and blue.
I was just claret and blue is the next one. There's fucking 5 teams in the championship that wear claret and blue.
Honestly, it wouldn't be. I would like to see them take one of those claret and blue teams just to see if they could make it unique for once.
On the claret and blue tip, I think what Umbro does for West Ham is honestly pretty underrated.
Yeah, I think that's a fair shout.
no one likes West Ham, but over the past few years, they had some sick, really classy Umbro kits.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty iconic, like, it's going to be their colors and shit, but pretty iconic classic kits.
Yeah, I think Umbro have done a really good job with them. Yeah, that's a sleeper hit for me. Alex, we're shaping up for a pretty short episode here. We burned through these notes pretty quick. I thought we had a lot here.
We could talk, transfer deadline day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that is tomorrow. Good call.
I don't really know if anything's what's going to happen.
That's just it. I haven't really seen any hot transfer news except for who's the player at Bayern that snubbed Tottenham that might go to Arsenal. That would be funny.
Was it Matthias Tell? Is that his name?
It's a player we don't even know at all, but we'll have to act real
French
smug about. If it happens, we'll have to be so smug about it just because it's Spurs.
I want him to a player I know nothing about really. He's a young French talent.
Yeah.
But I would love him to come to Arsenal now that he snubbed Tottenham.
Yeah.
We got to do it for the laughs.
Generally speaking, back-to-back Tottenham snubs, super funny. Right after that, maybe even same day, Fiaco Tomori also is declined. No, thank you. I don't want to go there.
I don't want to be part of that. Which, to be fair to Tottenham, 3 runs on the bounce?
Is it?
Big Ange, I think, on his way back.
Wow. Okay.
He brought the youth in. The youth is saving them.
Tottenham's win today, I was literally just going to make a snarky comment they get a win every now and then.
Yeah.
But this was a way to Brentford. We should probably give them credit. That's a big win.
It's a huge win. This could have been piling on for them. They could have been Ange out for sure.
The G-Tech is a tough place to go.
It seems like he's going to survive this. Seems like the owner is finally being kind of level-headed and saying he does have he's missing half his squad.
Yeah.
Let's give him a chance.
Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah. I don't really. I don't expect any surprises on deadline day, but I would love one. I'd love a forward signing of any kind. It seems like Arsenal are really focused on that number 9, that center forward, but I'm kind of shocked that we're not just looking at all across that front line to see for any support.
Remember Bukayo Saka? When is he coming back?
Bukayo, did you see he was there at the end of the game? He was there hugging the boys on the way off the pitch.
Nice.
It's going to be another month or 2, I think.
Oh, it's still that. Okay,
it's going to be.
I genuinely, again, time doesn't exist for us anymore.
Exactly.
Genuinely, couldn't remember how long ago it was he got that injury.
No, yeah, he won't be back until the run-in
toward the end of the season there.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Do you know offhand the date of Liverpool Arsenal?
Ooh, I don't. Let me look real quick.
When I saw James earlier, he said if Arsenal play like they did today, or Liverpool are fucked, basically.
Oh, yeah.
I said, don't worry, they won't.
We're not until May 10th. It's only toward the end of the season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. That's part of our ultra deadly run-in of our last 5 games. Yeah.
Yep. It is at Anfield, though, so you have that.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to win that easily.
I hope we get some more injuries.
Yeah, honestly. And us, none. The league still hangs in the balance, man.
It really does. It's honestly
crazy.
Been so fascinating. I mean, we could talk about the results we didn't get to talk about, which is the Forest.
Thanks,
Forest
Alex.
7 was that?
Solid podcast in there. Yeah, Forest 7, Bournemouth 0.
We were just talking about Bournemouth and how good they are.
Yeah, they had that. They won 5-0 the week before.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Easy 5-0 win.
And yeah, wow.
Then got spanked.
I feel like I'm mixing things up right now.
Yeah, hold on. Let me double check. Let me look at these results.
Forest lost 5-0.
Forest lost 5-0 to Bournemouth. That's what
to
it was.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, we're talking out our asses here. And then Forest turned around and thumped Brighton 7-0.
That was the missing link for me. I was like, I know there's a third team involved here that we have failed to mention.
Yeah, Brighton, who we also love and respect.
Exactly, dude.
Getting thumped 7-0 by Forest.
Dude. The pod buddies are having a little scrap.
That's crazy. What a crazy turnaround that is.
Absolutely insane. Yeah, what can you say about Forest? They really, a team like that, people keep waiting for them to fall away.
Yeah.
You wanted to see if that result was going to shake them in any way, shape, or form.
Right? Was
And,
the 5-0 finally going to be the moment they start to fall off?
Yeah, is this the sign, the red flag? No, dude, it sure wasn't. They
turned it
put up
around.
one of the most decisive results of all time, dude.
That's another one where I got to work and turned it on, and it was like, this is 5-0 already? And then I was just
Yeah.
walking around, and I came around, and it was 7-0 all of a sudden. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
my God, this is insane.
Yeah, I watched that one, and I was stunned. You know how we feel about Brighton around here. And
Brighton's a good team.
I've never seen Brighton have a day out like that. It's tough. Tough loss.
Yeah, it was. It was a tough one for Brighton. They usually aren't an easy team to score against.
No, you definitely don't associate them with a collapse like that. Everything good, Alex?
Yeah, I was just checking to see if I feel like there was another like crazy result amongst those three teams, but I can't remember. I was trying to see if I could find it.
What's going on with your pharmacy back there?
What's going on back there?
I was just looking at this.
Talking about my
It's Temptations, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
Temptations. Some distilled water.
Man, I want a cat so bad, dude.
Get yourself a kitty cat.
I got to find an apartment first.
Yeah.
First you get the apartment, then you get the cat, then you get the chicks.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Twigs is now just hanging out, sitting directly behind the camera here, looking at the computer screen. He's looking at you actually on the computer screen.
Mr. Twigs, you're the best, buddy. I know you miss me. I hold you like a baby and rub your belly.
Yeah, he loves that. Twigs loves attention these days.
I love that for
attention
him.
Boy.
Good for you, Twigs.
Don't
Get
you
out there
pull
and
on
get
that.
it, buddy.
Don't you scratch that.
Is he bonding with Dad now?
He is a little bit, yeah. He started to sleep on the couch out there, and then that's Dad's spot, so Dad comes and lays on the couch with him.
Nice.
He was giving him some little bacon pieces earlier.
Oh, yeah.
It has begun.
Oh,
Gravy's
boy.
still skeptical. Smartly skeptical.
Gravy's the smarter of the two, right?
Yeah. Gravy knows what's going on.
He's like, that guy.
He's
That
like, I
guy's
don't trust
fucking
that guy at all.
crazy. He's like, is there a homeless man living with us?
Yeah. It's so true. God damn, he's an animal. He's an absolute animal.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
All right, Alex, I think we're out of soccer talk. Do you have anything else?
I was trying to think if there's anything else fun to talk about.
You know what I have in the notes here that's just totally random, and this
What's
is
up?
just looking back at some pure nostalgia here. I saw a Thierry Henry clip today or recently that wasn't a particularly notable or famous goal that I remembered right away.
Yeah.
You know, just a clip of him scoring a goal and being awesome. And
super suave.
honestly, it just like I had a moment where I was like, man. I honestly had a moment, like a teardrop for the children today. And I was like, we were so lucky that we started watching in the era of Thierry Henry for you and Steven
Yes.
Gerrard for me. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, it would have been tragic to like have to look back at just highlights of those players.
Like I see in you know on the Reddit, say for instance, a generation of kids that when they talk about the best players, like don't know how good Gerrard was for Liverpool. That he was truly
Which
like
is
a
insane.
god. He was like a god in his day.
Yeah.
You know, he's worshipped by people like Zidane and Pirlo and Henry. I mean, what more can we say?
I think any defender from his era will say that they feared him more than any player.
Yeah, and people talk about aura so much these days, like aura of Van Dijk. There's no one with aura like Henry.
It's true. I think the kids in early Mbappe, people thought Mbappe was going to carry that aura. Mm-hmm. But it's hard. You can't match
the
that.
faintest. Mbappe is such a talented player, but the faintest shadow of the vibes that Henry gave off when he was in his prime.
It's really a shame that you almost feel like Mbappe needs Thierry to take him under his wing,
right?
To be like, kid, what are you doing?
Hey man,
you've got it
cool.
all.
Be cool, man.
You're the best. Just show everyone you're the best.
Exactly. So just a moment of gratitude, I think, for catching those absolute geniuses, like lifetime era geniuses of players.
I mean,
both of us for the clubs we love. I'm just so grateful we caught those players.
No, honestly, yeah, like that is like an epic era of Premier League football.
Yeah, and Liverpool were shit back then. Mediocre at best.
Gerrard was the shining light.
It was worth it just to have seen the era of Stevie G.
Yeah, Yeah, it's unfortunate they didn't get to build a big enough or a good team around him while he was in his prime.
I know. It is. It's sad. So close.
So close.
He needed to be
Literally the
born
most
5 to
unlucky.
10 years later.
Yeah,
You
right,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tragic
Anyway,
stuff.
yeah, that's it. Let's go out on that lovely nostalgia note.
Perfect.
Yeah. Everybody, that was episode 73. Don't forget to stay humble. And
We'll play us out with Kendrick.
Yeah, I'll try and slide some in there. I don't want to. No, we'll get taken down.
Yeah, immediately.
We got to get on that. We got to get on that Ringer Spotify network, dude, because then you can play all the music.
That's the shit.
Right?
That's what we need.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Do you
it.
think? Oh, here, one more thing. Speaking on the Kendrick,
That's not it. Okay.
Is Kendrick gonna play the shade? Throw the shade at Drake live at the Super Bowl?
Oh God,
Are
when
they
is the
gonna
Super
play
Bowl?
that
Is that
hit?
this week? Next week?
I think it's Sunday. Yeah, I think it's this
Oh,
coming
God.
Sunday.
Okay. I hope so.
They
Right?
have to let him do it, right?
They have to, dude. Although there's a lawsuit involved right now.
I was gonna say, Drake. I was playing with Al. We were playing V-Rising earlier. Shout out Al. He was like, yeah. I mean, he filed a lawsuit. Like he lost, right? Like he admitted defeat.
Dude,
he just admitted defeat.
That's so beyond admitting defeat. That's the most cuck move of all time, dude. In the rap game,
In
you're
the
gonna
rap game,
file
you're
a
gonna file a
lawsuit
lawsuit?
because he called you a pedo on a diss track.
This is the reason he says you can't say the N-word anymore, Drake.
No, but it's truly the most embarrassing move Drake could have made.
That's some white people
honestly.
shit right there. That's
Truly.
suing
It's like
somebody.
It's like now we remember you were a Canadian child actor on Degrassi. Like
Yeah.
that's that move. You
Kendrick's from the streets.
know, LA baby, we win.
LA.
We always win.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Alex. That's
a
a
good
good,
note to go
even
on.
better note to go out on than cheesy nostalgia. I love it.
little laugh at Drake.
Yes. All right, man. Good talking to you. We'll
Yeah.
do it again soon.
Good stuff.
I'm trying to learn not to make promises about specific episode releases right now, but we'll be
Yeah.
back soon.
That's cool. Even
Yeah.
if we knock out shorter ones, if we're doing them more frequently,
Yeah, this was a solid 45 minutes. I'm happy with this.
it's fine.
I think
We had good laughs.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. All right.
Got some twigs action. The most important thing. We got some twigs
Yeah, I
action.
can't wait to do the
Open
edit
that
and
camera.
see.
I gotta check that camera. Hopefully it got it all.
Oh, it better had, Alex.
If it's too high and it's just my stupid face the whole time that he's down here playing, I'm gonna be so mad.
Well, if he's not in there, you owe me Twigs videos, so you better just
true.
start filming and sending
Just
me
start
some
doing
private
B-roll of Twigs.
off mic. I don't care, dude. Just start sending me. Just fire me off a shot. All right.
He's on my desk constantly, so I'll definitely get some videos.
Twigs. Gravy too.
Mr. Gravy.
All right. I'll talk to you later, dude.
All right, later, man.
See ya.
Soccer situation.